Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing something a little different, and that is we are going to be rocking out on some Ark. Now, this is not regular Ark. This is called Omega Ark, Omega version 2 or something like that. So let's just go ahead and get in here. This is supposed to be the hardest mod that you can get for Ark. So I definitely want to see how this goes. And I want to see how long I last. So I was just reading about this, and it says it lasts, like, it has like 6 months worth of content, or maybe 1 month, depending on, you know, how hardcore you play. So it looks like the map from my other Astraeos pulled over. So I'll have a couple of different markers there, but let's go ahead and start. Let's start down here. Again, I have no idea what to expect. The pictures on the mod made it look terrifying. Electric creatures, everything looked like it had some form of aura on it. So we'll have to just see what we're doing here. So the first thing that we do when we log in is we go ahead and go to volumetric cloud, and we do that 0. And then we go to volumetric fog, and we do that 0. And the reason we do that is because I don't really care about the clouds or the fog anyways, and it makes my game run way better. So let's just do the regular grabbing. I'm playing this on the Blue Blood server, by the way, if anybody is interested in where I'm playing it. Discord has been extremely helpful there. Everybody seems to be like a really nice person. So there's a big old, okay, so level 184. We're already seeing way higher levels than the standard 150. Let's get this volume up a little bit so we can hear the actual game itself. Let's go ahead and do, oh, Omega. So we've already got metal tool. We've got a gathering sickle. And a beat 'em stick. Don't sort. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's got a bunch of mods on it. Let me see if I can pull them up here. So we may end up going over the mods next time when we log in here. Why is my volume so weird? There we go. All right. Level 206 Dodo. Jeez Louise. Okay, so needless to say, we are probably going to be in over our head a little bit, but standard Ark rules apply. We're going to get a small base going, get some basic materials, and then we're going to go out and explore a bit and see what we can find. What in the world? This is new. It's like an axe pick. Well, I like it. Oh yeah, okay, so we're already overweight. That's good. Let's see, do we have anything boosted? Oh my god, the weight's super boosted. That's almost too boosted, huh? Alright, so health isn't bad at least. Alright, so this must be the gathering tool that I'm using right now. So it takes 100 stone, not too bad. Gathering sickle. Omega raft. Alternate to normal raft. This one has an inventory, can equip raft armor to improve its defenses, and has custom slot for upgrades. It's more maneuverable, can sprint for double speed, and easier to control. So that sounds nice. That'll be better to run away from those big old those whales out there in the ocean. So that must be what I have, a knockout club. A more effective club. Cheap, great at dealing torpor, and with a 6% chance of stunning the target. Okay. Lightning fast potion. Upgrade station. Yes, please. Augment station. Salvage station. Omega workbench. Okay, so there's a lot of additional stuff. Dino digitizer. Capture hit targets like you would with a dino ball. Oh, okay. So basically it just throws them into your cryopod. Reusable spear, yes. Campfire, yes. Reusable poison spear. Okay, so these are the crafting tools that we're going to be using primarily, because these are going to give access to all of the new structures with the mod, so you don't have to use like basic old thatch stuff. We're going to eventually want all the armor, so might as well grab it now. The rest of it we can wait for, so let's go ahead and get us some spears going. So the spears, we need flint. Oops, wrong spear. Reusable spear, flint. Okay, so let's go over to a rock and let's get us some flint. Do I have to like right click it to get flint? Maybe I use the sickle? No. Oh wow, it gathered stuff too though. It gathered more than the other thing did. Alright, let me figure out. So I'm getting flint, but not enough. But at least I can get one. So I think we'll get two, just in case. It does say reusable, but it may break. So let's go ahead and just throw that right there. And the other one will pop in behind it. Let's start off with something kind of small. Okay, so you can't throw these. You just got to use them for poking. It's okay, though. If they don't break, that's even better. I thought you could throw them. Those ones you used to be able to throw were so OP. You'd be hitting for like 80, and you could just chunk them over and over again. I never even used the bow and arrow when I had those. So I do kind of like that they don't throw. Jeez. Oh, okay, I thought he was coming at me. I was like, dude, realistically, I probably can't beat one of those level 160 things right now. I know I can't beat a moss chops, so we're going to avoid those too. Oof. Okay. Going back in. What in the world? Okay, tell me I'm not the only one that saw an explosion over there. Oh my god. So on the pictures, and we may go over that on the next video, on the pictures of the mod itself, it literally had elemental creatures, like ice creatures, fire creatures, water creatures, things like that. So there's a very good chance that we're going to run into stuff that just completely just decimates us, blows us up, destroys us. That's why I didn't want to have this one be a hardcore run, because honestly, I'm not 100% sure that I am not going just to turn left and run into something that I have zero control over whether or not it just explodes me. So let's go ahead and just keep this one hardcore for now. Possibly later on, if we figure out that we're in a boat that where we can do something hardcore, we'll do it, but holy. Wait, what? Okay. A Phoenix Dilophosaur? Okay, so it apparently can revive itself. Oh gosh, it can revive itself over and over again apparently. Oh, and it explodes. Okay, so we're gonna avoid him just for now. Put away our invisible spear. Look at this. What in the world? Hold on. A wild male Delta Wood Carbonemus. Let's see if we can check this thing. 11k HP. 11k. Jeez, okay. And it takes Delta resource kibble to tame. I did pick up something when I killed that other thing. What is this? Basic essence. And a guardian soul. Mythical soul. So we're picking up some extra stuff. We have no idea what it is, but that's okay. Let's get some extra stam. And I am a huge buff for oxygen stat. I love oxygen stat. I spend a lot of my time in the water. Or at least I always have. I love the water in this server. Or not the server, this game. I liked it in Evolved, and I like it in Ascended as well. So 4 times the torpor of narcotics. Okay. We're just going to get some basic stuff. I don't want to bother you guys too much by just going over the entire Ingram list on the video. So we'll get the basic hide stuff. Let's go ahead and get a flare gun just in case we go into like a cave or something. Let's get chromatic boomerang. Boomerang infused with an elemental soul, causing random elemental status effects when thrown. The thrown boomerangs damage scales with your melee stat cannot be broken. Okay. Well, let's do that. A net gun. 50% larger than Bola. And is much easier to use. Okay. Hades torch. A torch imbued with the mystical power of Hades. Greatly increases light damage, or light radius damage, and is unbreakable. Dude, there is a lot of stuff. Phantom, the ghost of an infamous deadly hatchet. Curses enemies on attack, making them take more damage. So one thing about this, guys, it said it was going to be more like a MMO version of Ark, but still keeping it Ark, but making it more feel like an MMO. Instantly restores all food, but may have other side effects. Okay, dimensional dumpster. Okay, destroy items. This item has an infinite weight in a dino inventory, causing them to be weighted down and unable to... Oh, that's awesome, actually, if you want just like a turret mode or something. Standing Hades torch, cool. 100% magic find for not... Okay, so there's something to do with magic find on this, which is awesome. Warp bow. A bow surging with cosmic power and projectiles. Boomstick. Okay, so we're going to have to do a lot of testing off screen here. That way I know what I'm talking about whenever I tell you guys this stuff. So night vision, rampage potion. So there's a lot of stuff. Holy. Delta teleporter megalodon. Yeah, Delta teleporter megalodon. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. I have no idea what that is. I'm glad it comes with like a spyglass, because I would probably be running into a lot of stuff that I would think would be, hey, there's a megalodon, and it's like, no, it's not. I also know that taming, there's like no knockout tames. You actually have to like progress through combat, which I'm assuming is how I got those other things by killing that Phoenix style officer. You'll have to progress through combat in order to get the pieces that you need to tame stuff. So all in all, this should be a heck of a good fun. In the same sense, this sounds like it's going to be very large learning curve. So I'm going to do the very best that I can to figure all this stuff out. That way we can see if Omega might be a mod that you want to try as well. If so, like I said, I'll try to leave a link in the description in the next video as well for the server. I definitely want to check things out and make sure it's even something that I'm going to... Okay, so that's another Phoenix Dodo there. So, oh, a 5,000 HP Phoenix Dodo. This thing has got tons of HP. Hopefully it gives tons of EXP. Wait a minute, what is this one? Beta Ice Dodo. How much HP does that have? 13,000. So I'm in over my head like hardcore over here is basically what it's saying. I should not be fighting things with that much HP up. So I think we're going to stick back to gathering to get our first base going, because, dude, I'm running into things already, like dodos that have 10k HP, so let's try to get a base of operations going. And then we can kind of work on moving from there, because right now I'm lost in the sauce. I did play on Astraeos for a while, but I'll be real honest, it was my own server, so exploration was basically me running into fly mode and going around exploring and blah blah blah. It was just to see if I wanted to even play on the server or on the map itself. Some of the new maps I've really gotten into. Some of them I wish that I had never downloaded, so I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be one of those. If you are interested in playing on the Omega, it is not a free mod. I think it's like $10, I think it was. But all of the different mods I could find for like overhaul mods, this was the one that had the absolute most content with it for $10. So it definitely caught my eye. And I can tell you just by the few instances of running into a couple of dodos, and every single turtle we've run across has been some kind of different turtle. Alpha Plague Carboneme, 177,000 HP. Echo Dodo. Okay, so I can kill this. It's only got 420 HP. So let's try to get this one down. Get some more meat at least. What the hell? I can't be the only one hearing this stuff. Like, that sounded like a huge dinosaur. Oh my god, those are enormous Pegomastixes. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're just way far over there. But there's a lot of them. So we're going to pass on that. Reflect Dodo. Wild. It's reflecting right now. Is it doing damage back to me? Oh, it is. Or it's reflecting something. Alright, let's get this thing and then let's run away from the Pegomastax. I did ask first thing in the Discord if this was one of the... I mean, it does have like a player shop in it. In zero way is the shop required to handle any of the content. I made sure of that. I did not want to be on a pay-to-win server. In the same sense, I did not want to start my own because I kind of figured that the viewers would think that I was just cheating. I've watched several different series with people that play on their own servers, and it seems like it's just almost too much of a, I guess, like a temptation just to spawn things in yourself or whatever whenever you're going through some hardship. I didn't even want that to be a question. I'm not going to be spawning anything in myself. I'm going to be doing the best that I can to conquer this content and try to get to the end of Omega. You may be wondering why I chose this server though, and that is it's got plenty of players on it, and I do know that at the end of Omega, from everything I've read, you do have some of the fights that you're going to need other players in order to complete it. So I wanted to make sure that we were in a position to where I wasn't bottlenecked into not being able to complete the content because it was just me, where nobody else was in the game. Pick up wood poop. Sure will. Oh, okay. Wood Phiomia. That looks really cool, actually. It's like, honestly, like somebody carved it out of like wood and then just threw it into the game. And it looks great moving and stuff too. Like they did a great job on it. Like a really great job on it. Let's see what difference my melee is now that I got that extra though. It's okay, I guess. Well, we're gonna go ahead and let him go. Doing like 24 damage a hit on like 2k is a lot. So let's get to going. So I did see some explosions in the water, so I'm assuming that something in the water has the ability to ignite. So we're going to steer clear of swimming in the ocean as of right now. At least until we kind of figure out what we're doing and how to progress and all that stuff. I'm going to try to do everything big on camera. If I'm going to go do some... Oh, look at that. Delta Paragon X122. Okay, that sounds like some kind of Wolverine thing. But look at that. That looks awesome. Female Elite Lightning Triceratops. Wow, these look awesome. But yeah, I mean, if I'm going to go do some, like... I'm just going to go grinding metal or something. I might do that on my own. But for the most part, I would really like to get everything on camera. That way everyone knows that I'm not just out there cheesing it. So can I hit you for more? No. Jeez, you must have to have like some really good dinos or something to take on some of this early content even. Well, unless the spear just is the worst spear in the history of spears. Which that is a very large possibility. It does say reusable, but maybe that's just like, hey, this mod was not meant for playing with Omega stuff. Delta Tornado Parasaur. So there's over 1,000 different dinos is what it says. So I can definitely see like a couple of weeks into here still running across something that you've never seen before and wanting to tame it. Earthburst. I can also see thinking that you are just way in over your head, going ahead and finding that lucky dino that you're able to tame, and then boom, all of a sudden you're shooting fireworks out of the dino or whatever it does and being able to catch up. I played a thing called Primal Fear on Ark Survival Evolved, and man, that one took me... The learning curve on that one was pretty bad, to me at least. I'm sure that, you know, some people picked that right up, but to me it was like, man, I really didn't understand it. Going through the different tiers to get different creatures and things like that. I was just so lost in the beginning, trying to understand exactly what to do and everything else. Now, once I got the hang of it, I really, really enjoyed it, like a lot. I ended up with some kind of RG that could like shoot this huge sphere as it was flying and everything else. It was really, really cool. Took a lot to get it. A lot to get it. So we'll kind of see. I noticed that we can get things for torpor, but I also noticed that in the thing it said, you know, nothing was tameable by knockout. It's all like progressive taming. So I don't know if that's just maybe you got to knock stuff out to get milk from it or something, like the wyverns or. All kidding aside, though, this map is way prettier when you're walking through it. I must have missed so much of it just flying over it so fast. But I guess that's kind of always. If you're on the ground, you really can appreciate like every single little detail they put into the map. And from my understanding, that they're still going to be updating the Astraeus map to give it even more content, more caves. I think they're going to be doing some other stuff as well, which is cool. And then everybody knows that, I think mid-June or end of June, they're bringing out the OG Ragnarok, which is going to be great. Because I think they brought in the creators of Ragnarok initially. Delta Metal. But yeah, they brought in like the original creators of Ragnarok and put them on the actual team. So it should be done properly. Which is good. Delta Vampire Parasaur. Uh-oh. They added in a few extra sounds that I'm not used to hearing, so it's kind of putting me on a little guard here. We'll get to a safe spot though, and we'll go through some of these Ingrams. I'm still really feeling like I'm going to just turn the corner and something's just going to explode on me, but maybe safe area really did mean safe area. Ooh, look at that, a theory. Zombie theory. Nightmare kibble. So you've got to be able, there has to be like a kibble station, and you probably end up using the things from combat to make the kibble in order to tame stuff. Now, whether or not you have to like knock stuff out to tame it is something I'm not sure of yet, but I can almost guarantee that you use the stuff from combat, because it did say that it's going to be a combat-based tier system. So I bet you have to like kill things, get their pieces, and then kind of move from there. Ooh, metal. I'll tell you one thing. One of the things I've really missed about Ark is the feeling of like just absolute fear. You know, when you first started playing Ark years and years and years ago, and you were on the beach and you saw your first raptor and you were like, oh my gosh, so you wanted to get closer to it. Then all of a sudden it just starts beelining towards you and you get that like adrenaline rush. Or the first time you heard the allosaur, you know, their crazy roar, you know, and it was like, oh my God. I kind of have that feeling again, like not knowing what's around the corner. Like not knowing if I'm going to run into something that's going to just absolutely explode in my face. It's really giving me like some serious nostalgia on how I felt whenever I first got on Ark, because that was how I wish the game had always been. But it got to the point where you were just walking around running from Rexes and like tripping them over, and I kind of lost. Now granted, every game does that. You know, you start to play a game, you put thousands and thousands of hours into it, and then all of a sudden you want to complain that it's not hard anymore. Well, it's like, dude, well, you know, go outside and it'll be hard again, you know, but you never do, so you just keep playing. And I guess I could turn off the footprints and stuff, but I'm not going to. Cyber monkey. Blizzard Mesopithecus. So that only takes one kibble. And then I would have a 600 HP Mesopithecus. Hey, get away from me. Oh, okay. Which, who knows, maybe that would be a killer. Maybe that would be a killer. It says Blizzard on it. So these are just standard. 1000 HP. It's not really that standard, is it? Come here. Let's put some more into melee, actually. Look at my... I guess it glitches out the spear if you go into your inventory and then come back out. Oh. Well, that's new. So I've seen dead whales on the beach, actually. But a dead shark, I guess that's maybe new to this map, maybe new to this mod. Let's get this thing out. Let's see what this does. Okay, well. Oh, okay, so you just had to use something different. Oil, very little, wow, very little hide, but I did get... Are they all stuck together? Soul Triceratops, 1700 HP, and it looks like mythical kibble, gamma kibble, unique kibble, cloner, endless cloner, level 510, 6.4 million HP. Dude, we have not even begun to scratch the surface on how difficult I believe this is going to be once you get to certain tiers of this stuff. Ooh, boogeyman. But look at that, it's low on HP already. It's actually going lower and lower. Must be poisoned. Ooh, no. Okay, well. Colossal ant. I'm just going to say ant because I don't want to butcher that name. It's definitely colossal. Ooh. Come on. Oh my gosh, come on. If I have to make a run for it into the water, I'm going to be embarrassed. I remember doing this in the olden days to like try to get EXP near the swamp. You would just like duck down and then hit up. But I don't remember there being level 190 Mega Nueras, so maybe I just did too much. Oh my gosh, there's more. Alright, let's just go. What are we doing? Oh god, he's right there. Picking up loot. I guess that's because I'm kneeled down, maybe? Not picking anything up. Did it go away? Oh, okay, well I guess it left. Look at the size of that ant over there. My god. So this is definitely going to be where I wanted to make the base, is over here, like in this little prefab city. But I really don't want to like draw attention from the enormous ant or I guess the pack of rapt. I guess I really just picked the wrong spot. I made the assumption that this would be a really great spot because I could just kind of use one of the prefab areas to kind of build up on. But, well, I mean, I may still be able to. There's a huge Dimorphodon, too. Delta Wind Pterodon. So we've already established that there's millions and millions of HP creatures. Shoot. That's a wood one. It looked like that wood. Oh. Something's hitting something for 400. Oh, you know what? Maybe that raptor went and attacked one of the pterodons. That's like really lucky for me. That's really lucky for me because I really thought that I was gone. I really thought that that was going to be the end of it. Or at least the end of this for now. Yeah, there seems to be lots of ants and everything over here. And enormous parasaurs. Colossal parasaur. Okay. Hey, maybe that's good though. Honestly, because maybe if some of the tougher creatures come up here to like just wander in or whatever, it'll have to deal with like these. Oh, okay. There are xenosaurs and that kind of stuff. I thought he was after me, guys. I literally, yep, man. Let's see. I thought there was like real wood like houses. I didn't think there were tents. Maybe there's more over here. Oh, here I was thinking that those big parasaurs are going to do they're just running away. Why does it say Colossus if it's just going to run away? Oh, look, it's getting eaten up now by a turtle. Look at those damage numbers, though. I have a feeling that's probably not even anything impressive. It's just impressive to me. I'm not used to seeing that big of damage numbers. Alright, let's do... Which one is the easier one to get? 1,800. 800. Okay, so we'll do this one. See if we can't get some more meat. Ooh! He exploded some kind of ice onto me. And I'm out of food. Can I eat these things, maybe? No. Okay, so yeah, let's try to find somewhere to build up a little base. I thought I was going to be able to build in, like, some form of, like, wooden home. That's okay, though, because I think what we're going to do is build on this boat. I feel like that would be a good idea to build on this boat. Let's build this thing. And then... Oh, maybe build this thing. Okay, so let's put that here. What in the world? Let's do some of our inventory stuff real quick. Pop up some of this. Then we'll do... There. So you definitely level fast. That is for sure. Like, way fast. This stuff must give a tremendous amount of EXP. But we're just going to be looking for some of the basic, like, building stuff, really. We start down here, though. Hopefully that'll make us learn things all the way up as we go. So, Lord Greenhouse. Let's see. We definitely want the nanny. Gardener and farmers are good too. Ankylos are always great. Even though my preferred method of gathering metal is the Dunkleo, because I love the water. Sometimes those take a little bit more to get. I got to get like a frog or something to go down there and tame those. So with as much sedative as there is, you've got to knock something out. Because there's a lot of knockout arrows and everything else. You just must not, you must not be able to knock everything out to tame. Wake up dart. Good. The ocean platforms are always awesome. Red dwarf. A small red star that can be placed to provide 300% greenhouse effect to nearby crop plots. Yes. Purse your items. Do it. Okay. So far, this seems like it's going to be a very fun set. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I was like, was that the little bug doing all of that damage? Okay, so we're gonna get going on this. So we'll do whatever we need to get a couple of different foundations going. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think he's on me. Or he's gonna be... Yeah, 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 yeah. What? Yeah, go away. Beta knockback raptor. Okay, so he's only got 13K only. In comparison to some of the stuff we saw, that's actually not too terrible. Alright, let's see. We need to put this right about... Let's do it right here. And we gotta build walls. Then we'll build a ladder. And then we'll have a relatively safe little area for us to... Let's do wall... Oops. Let's do walls. And then make sure we can do ladders. Okay. All right. If I get up here and you can't build on the boat, I'm going to be like way sad. All right, let's go this way. Okay, so now we'll put one ceiling on that, and we should be able to just walk up and into our boat. One ceiling. Where did why can't I make the ceiling thatch? Can this get thatch? Hell no. Okay. Oh, you know what? I can get thatch. What? Okay, well, we'll just get thatch the old way then. I say the old way, hitting things that give you thatch is not really the old way, but... And then when I get up there, we'll have to make a campfire, I guess. But that's all normal stuff. Alright, let's do this. Campfire. No! Why? Why did you do this? Why did it do that? Ark is arkin. Now I'm out of thatch again. Okay. Now... Why do I have so many ladders? Come on. Sweet. Alright, now I can get up and down into my boat. So let's make a campfire real fast that I can't make without... Oh my god. Well, as you can see, this is going to go real well for me. Can't even make a campfire. Could be worse, though. I could have run into that raptor again, which I was honestly kind of anticipating, so... Very glad that we didn't. Alright, let's do campfire. Wait, I can put it right here? But I can't put it anywhere else. Okay. So wait. Can I place anything up here? Come on. No way. Okay, wait. Okay, so you can. You just kind of got to finagle it a little bit. Okay, well. I mean, I'm not like super happy that you can't just build wherever up here, but I mean, it is better than not being able to build at all. All right, so guys, we are relatively safe. We are on the boat, at least. We are going to make some food. We're going to try to build up a little bitty kind of shack up here to be able to at least survive from against things like that raptor over there and whatever. And then hopefully just gather some resources while staying alive. And yeah, this is going to be Omega. Hopefully we can get some really cool stuff, see some really cool dinos and some new features of this mod. So looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. See you, everybody.